All right, party goers, happy new year and welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the galaxy's most average pop culture podcast brought to you by Golden Ticket Cinemas. Cut the Music Prints for all of your apparel needs right here in Greensboro. Be sure to give Peter a shout out and check him out on Facebook, Cut the Music Prints. And of course, can't forget Zibster for all of your website needs. And on top of that, Sailfish Comics, our favorite local comic book store with 3 locations here in North Carolina, one right here in Greensboro across from Best Buy, one in Winston-Salem, and one in Concord. This is your boy El Nino, and today we have
Jordan.
And the newest member of the Zero Dark Nerdy family, Grayson Carter in the building, everybody.
Hi.
So, Grayson, before we get started, we are going to be talking about Stranger Things. The finale was yesterday. We are going to get into all of it, favorite seasons, characters, this season, the whole 9 yards. It's been a wonderful 10 years in the making with a writer's strike in the middle of it. But, Grayson, tell the people a little bit, about yourself.
I'm currently in school for graphic design. I previously worked in social work, which was a
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
yeah,
I
very
know that.
a lot heavier
okay.
than what I do now. But graphic designer, professional yapper, book lover, lover of the Joker,
Woo.
and also lover of Stranger Things, which I'm very excited to talk about. I can't wait.
Oh, I
Nice.
cannot wait either. And we are so glad to have her as a part of the team. And you'll be seeing her a lot in 2026. So brand new episodes, a lot of new stuff coming your way. And we're very excited for what the future holds. So, and also, too, can't forget, big shout out to Justin as well as the crew over at Fox 8. We've had a wonderful partnership with them since September, continuing through the rest of the year. And, of course, you can find brand new episodes on Fox 8 WGHP YouTube's channel, as well as Zero Dark Nerdy. You get the 28-minute version on Fox 8. You get the full unedited version on the Zero Dark Nerdy YouTube channel. So be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And, we are going to be talking about Stranger Things. What a way to ring in 2026. So I wanted to start with Grayson. Like, how did you first get into Stranger Things? Like, were you there from the beginning? Like, tell us just kind of your story when it comes to the Stranger Things universe.
I first discovered it on Netflix right when it had come out. I believe it was 2016 that it first came out. I binged it all in a day. I remember I was in high school and I became obsessed with it, and I tried to convince my parents to watch it as like a family show.
Uh-huh.
And for the longest time they refused. But finally I got my family into it, and it kind of became like a family thing
Yeah.
for us to all watch it. Albeit I tend to watch the seasons before they do.
Okay.
So I just get ahead of myself. But I've been there since the beginning, I would say. Not super active in the fandom online, but very much so someone who watches it from
Sure,
the
yeah.
sidelines.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
very
Yeah.
much so engaged in it, watch the behind the scenes stuff, especially last year when pictures and stuff were coming out from set. I was very much so online looking at all of that, theorizing with people. I love it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. So, continuing with you, what are your thoughts on the finale this year in general? And, we'll just kind of go from there.
Oh gosh. I watched the finale before coming over here for a second time just to kind of get my thoughts in order.
Sure.
There's a lot of discourse online about whether people liked it or not. I like it for what it is and what they presented from a storytelling perspective.
Yes.
It makes sense. It works. Do I agree with everything? No. But
Right.
I believe the cast and crew who created the show did an absolutely phenomenal job. VFX were insane.
Yeah.
Acting was really, really good. It was
Yeah.
beautifully shot.
Yeah.
I loved it. There are a few gripes here and there, but
Sure, of
overall,
course.
I'm satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was a really good, satisfying ending. I won't say it wasn't like one of those like didn't expect
Sure.
anything that happened, but it was a very like gratifying ending for all of the characters. It was very warm, and yeah, you could just tell that like a lot of the scenes where like the emotions are high, that like they
Yeah.
probably weren't acting that much. It was just like wrapping up
Yeah.
this 10-year chapter of a decade of their life is wrapping up.
Yeah.
Or actually probably more like 12 to 15, because you think about like pre and post production everything.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But like, yeah, I thought it was great. I thought, I was really impressed. I'm jumping like to like the climax of the episode here,
Yeah.
but like I
Yeah.
was really impressed with the creature, with the mind flayer. Like
Yes, the
I
design.
it actually looked really good. Not to say like Netflix doesn't get good effects or anything, but like with CGI nowadays across the board, it's kind of like, oh, is it gonna look really crappy?
Yeah.
Or not?
Right.
Because for some reason it was really good, like in the 2010s, and then it's just gotten like worse, or they don't know how to
Yeah.
fund it or something.
Yeah.
And so it's always like nerve wracking. And so once it like showed the mind flare, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like this thing looks legit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like, choppy or anything. So
No, it moved fluidly. It looked like
Yeah.
it was real.
and
Yeah.
it looked detailed, like the
Yeah.
mouth and everything. It was a cool like
It was terrifying.
final boss
Yeah.
moment. So the effects, yeah, I agree. The effects were great. Yeah. Those are my like that was like the standout thing to me.
Yeah, so wife and I came home and watched it at like 9:45, almost 10 o'clock. So by the time it was
Same.
over, the ball was about to drop. So it was pretty cool. We haven't seen the ball drop in a while. So it was great to kind of FaceTime the family and wish everybody Happy New Year. And I was wiping like happy tears from my face. And big shout out to the family. Janet hasn't watched it yet, or I know she watched it today with Kyle. And, she was like, are those sad? I was like, I don't want to ruin it. I'm not saying anything. It was very satisfying. Like, there's some plot holes, sure. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel that it just really came around full circle. When
Yeah.
they played D&D at the end,
Yes.
going back to
Yeah.
the first episode, and then you see like the next generation playing D&D, and then, Mike talking about how Elle's not really gone. And I was like, oh my gosh. And of course there's spoilers ahead. If you're on social media, it's already been
Nah.
spoiled for you.
Oh,
So
gosh, yeah.
Come on.
you know
Everywhere.
it. But the way that Callie, who was, a lot of people thought it was a throwaway character from season 2, and I knew that they were going to bring her back eventually. I'm like, you can't just introduce someone like that and never ever show them again. So the way they brought her back, and of course there was all the conspiracy theories. She
Yeah.
was a mind
I
flayer.
definitely thought
Yes.
she
You
was
know,
up to no good.
Yes, we all
I
did.
was like,
I thought she was an op. Like,
We-
as soon
yeah,
as
yeah.
certain things she was
I was
saying,
like,
I was like, you're not here for good reasons.
Right.
I don't trust you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Hopper's
I
like,
was
I don't like
Yeah,
this
and then
chick.
Hopper was. I was like, okay, something. She's gonna do something bad. She
Exactly.
didn't.
yeah.
And I turned out to be wrong, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry, Colin.
No.
Sorry.
It's just.
I really
it
liked
was
her
so
character.
beautiful. I loved her character. For her to finish her arc, it's unfortunate the way that she lost her friends. But
it is.
yeah, it was just so beautifully done with the Dungeons and Dragons, and then Mike telling him like, here's what I want to believe," and the Duffer Brothers are like, "You can believe whatever you want," and
Yeah.
it's that
Yes.
open-endedness, and I choose to believe that, especially because when they open up the truck at the end,
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's just disappeared.
Before,
Literally gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before Mike at the end where she's like, we believe she's alive. I immediately believed.
That's fair.
I was like, no, because my first thought was like, they're gonna make whoever is gonna make them see that she's not there. 'Cause
Right.
That whole theme kept like playing with like what's actually there and what's not.
Yeah.
Because of the mind control and this and that. So I was like, no.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like Callie really only would have just helped with, yes, she did help the kids escape.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, it was like, oh damn, that was it. Like that's really
what I
all
was
she
thinking. I was
did.
like, girl, that's it. That's all we got.
So it was great that was like, they just wrapped up the story arc so
Yeah.
well. And I know that, the big discussion is, who's going to die this season? Who's going to, pass away? And I like the way the Duffer Brothers said it. They're like, if it's warranted, yes. But they also think it can be sloppy storytelling when you're just killing people off just to kill people off.
Sure.
As, like a writer myself, I do agree with that. It can be sloppy
Yeah.
storytelling
Yeah.
just to kill characters off because you can, not necessarily because it serves a purpose to the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I thought as far as the last season, the first 4 episodes was great, especially wrapping up with
Oh my gosh, they were
episode
great.
4 with Will having powers. The middle 3, not that great, but I think in their mind they're like, we don't want to give it all to you.
Yeah.
And then they just wrapped it up perfectly
Yeah.
with, 2-hour masterpiece in my opinion when it comes to the story and just fully wrapping it up and the retribution and then the we'll get into like the little spoilers and knickknacks in there or Easter eggs but Dustin's graduation speech being a shout out to Eddie.
Oh, I loved that so much when he flipped off the
man.
principal because that's what Eddie said he
Yes.
was going to do when he graduated.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I love Dustin. Dustin's definitely one of my favorites.
Oh, gosh,
he's one of the most real characters to me.
Yeah.
He's the heart of the show, truly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
He's the glue.
he's a great character.
He's
He is of the group for sure. Like he's the Hermione Granger of
Oh my god,
like
yes,
they
he
would have
is.
no freaking clue what's going on without Dustin.
No,
like
if he didn't dumb it down and explain it,
No.
they would all be so lost
Yeah.
100% of the time.
because I was like, unless
Yeah.
Dustin was like,
Me too.
here's what's happening. I'm like, because this season was the most complex to me by far. Like I just the physics and everything, and like everybody has been posting online like the diagram, which thank God because I need the visual reference
Yeah.
of like.
I'm a visual learner.
Yes.
I see
the
it.
like
Yeah.
what like
Yeah.
I get there's worlds colliding, but like just how are we getting there and like
Yeah.
how are we all leading to the same point? I just had to keep like pausing the show and like reminding myself. So yeah, without Dustin I would have been just lost in the show.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
Dustin, I think this season for me was, especially his acting emotionally.
Yes, he's such
I teared up so many times for Gaten Matarazzo,
Yeah.
especially him and Steve, that fight they had
Yeah.
where he just kept trying to hurt Steve over and over, and Steve was just like defending himself and just
He was
pushing
such
back
a
and being
good
like,
dad.
stop.
Yeah.
That moment in the hallway when he was like, not you, and
Yeah.
begging Steve not to go up
Oh.
there, and
The
possibly
ladder
get himself
fell.
killed.
Yeah.
The ladder, and Steve was like, oh, now I know what Dustin's been going through, but he also just saved my life.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like
Yeah.
they were a really good emotional core, especially Max and Holly as well.
Yeah.
I surprisingly really liked their storyline this season. They
I really
really
did too.
honed it in for
Dude,
me.
Max is also like the second Hermione Granger of the show. Like,
Oh my God,
like
yes.
she has been working overtime, working,
That dream
working.
world,
I'm
Girl
just
deserves
like,
a break.
yeah, like she's got to be tired. Like,
Oh, I know she is.
oh my God! And then like you could just tell too that she's tired at times. Like when she came back, like in the wheelchair too, she's just like, like
Yes. She was
God, we're
tired.
still doing this. I woke up from this coma, and this is real. This is still happening.
One question I do
Yeah.
have about her waking up in the coma: why wasn't she as surprised to see Hopper was alive? Last time, all she knew last time was that he was dead. So why wasn't she surprised to see him alive? I thought about that earlier today, and I was like, is that a little bit of a plot hole? Because last time
Probably.
That's a
yeah.
good point.
she didn't see him in season 4 at all
Right.
because he was dead, and he was in Russia. He didn't. By the
You know
time he
what?
came back to the town, she
Yeah.
was in her coma.
Yeah, because
Probably.
unless they meant because they didn't really.
No, I think it's just a
because
plot
they didn't
hole.
all come together until the final episode of season 4.
I think it's just a
Yeah.
plot
Yeah.
hole, but lazy answer is that she's just seen it all at this point.
Yeah.
So she was
I
just
know,
like
I
woke
know.
up and was like, seems
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
I was like, I'm nitpicking.
Oh,
but
Hopper's
also
alive?
At the same time, I was
Sure.
like, I would have been a little bit like, what are you doing
You know
here?
what? Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's probably was Max's response, but no, it probably is.
yeah. Max is probably
little
like, you're
plot
probably
hole.
just like a Hopper clone. I don't even care at this point. I'm
Like,
just
So
glad
she's
to be
probably
back.
like, I'm awake. That's it. You know what? Hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
That's true though. Yeah.
I gotta
didn't think
say
about
though,
that.
the women this season, this was a
Nancy, walk him down, Wheeler.
man.
I love that.
Yep,
Dude, Nancy's so cool.
Nancy.
Nancy's just like,
is
I
a
don't give up.
beast.
She's ready to be done too. She's also tired and just like, I don't have time for this.
She's so over this.
romance subplot. Like,
She
we're
was-
killing this. Like, that's
Yes.
the only mission. I want to live and live out my dreams. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I loved that she kept like shutting down the boys the whole season because it was so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
It was.
like the world is ending.
Yeah,
and this is what you're focused on.
and we're
and I
just,
mean the
like-
fact that she looks like John Rambo is on top of that was phenomenal. It
She was
was
giving-
so good.
that John Rambo, Ripley alien.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes,
see that.
matched
I
it
thought about
all
that.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good call.
And then obviously
And then what about Nancy's mom though?
Karen with her wine.
Ooh,
Karen's crazy.
tipsy as hell,
But-
taking on a Demogorgon with all that liquid courage.
Ted
it
in
was
the backyard
fantastic.
golfing, missing everything.
Poor Ted. Ted's just, and I love that he was just there at the end too. Again,
I know when I
to
saw
give
him,
his
I was like,
one-liner.
Yeah,
you know, we really could have done without you. But at the same time,
Yeah.
like him saying language, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, you're here too.
you know, there's Teds in the world everywhere.
Of course.
There's always that
Exactly.
guy that's just like there, doesn't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's just there.
Just existing.
And then Will's mom, chopping off Vecna's head.
Joyce.
Woo!
That was so.
You
I kept
effed with the
wondering-
wrong
I
family.
kept wondering, like,
Yep.
what is she going to do with that axe on her back?
Yeah.
When
I
they're
know.
walking,
Yeah.
I was like, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Joyce, you were like,
She
what,
was taking
all of
out
5 feet
10
tall?
years.
What are you gonna do?
She was taking out years of frustration.
yes.
As she should, with
Yeah.
all the trauma. Like
It was
her
so
son went through,
satisfying
and then-
because
Yeah.
as soon as pushed Vecna all the way into the thing, I was like, okay, somebody flamethrow, like keep going,
Yeah.
like flamethrow
Exactly.
him something. So I'm glad Joyce was like, I know exactly
Yeah.
what to do.
Joyce
Yeah,
was
because
like,
I did feel like his death was a little bit prolonged because he was like, I was like, okay, dude, all right, man, you're either gonna like die right now or
No,
something
that's
else
why I was
gonna
like,
happen.
somebody
Yeah.
finish it. Like,
I
Yeah.
thought they were just gonna watch him like slowly die and like the satisfaction of it. I was about to be like, you guys are sick and twisted. But if I went through all the same things, I'd be like, I'm gonna watch you die slowly because this
Yeah.
is gonna heal something in me.
yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
glad she decided
Joyce
to.
doing it was
mark
very
him.
satisfying. Joyce is my favorite character,
Yeah,
always. So,
Winona Ryder.
and I could just be super biased to Winona Ryder because I like
She is an icon.
she's
I
a national
love her.
treasure.
She is.
Yes,
She
I'm
is.
like I just love her energy as a person. I
she's so
just
sweet
love her.
and kind.
Like
Yeah.
she just seems like the sweetest person ever. Yeah,
She
as
really
well.
does.
And I was my friend Juan like almost convinced me of his theory that she was gonna die because I was
Oh.
like, that would hurt. That would hurt me a lot.
No, because
And I'm so
I
glad she
can't deal with that. I
No,
was like,
yeah.
if any other female characters die in the show, I
Yeah.
swear,
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
You
we're,
guys
we're
are my
still
emotional crush.
we're still getting over Barb over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because yeah, I was like, I kind of believed it. 'Cause I was like, that would hurt. That would suck. Because there were some characters he was listing off, and I was like, I really wouldn't care. Like,
Yeah, there are
maybe
certain
this is
characters where I was
unpopular.
like,
this is probably really unpopular,
Oh.
but like,
Spill it.
I have never cared about Mike ever in my life. Like, it's just
I get it. I
He's
get it.
always gave nothing to me. I don't know. Like, I just have such a detachment from him. It's not even funny. So I was like, Mike, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't
I only
feel
cared about
anything.
him in season 1, and then season 5 decided, like, finally made me care
Yeah,
about him again.
it was the most I've ever cared was season 5. I was like, okay, because he was, I don't know. He's giving a little bit more this season, but
I can
Mike
see
was
that.
one where I was
I
like,
can see that.
wouldn't care. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, that's your opinion.
I'll say that's how I felt with Jonathan.
Okay, yeah.
I would
yeah,
say
like,
that was one of the
wouldn't-
characters where
yeah.
I wouldn't have, necessarily teared up if he died. I thought
Yeah.
he was low-key going to when he was in the room, him and Nancy, and they were doing all of his confessions. I was like, maybe he's gonna sacrifice himself and try and
Yeah.
like push her out of the room, like through like the roof, even though it was like melting.
Yeah.
I don't know. In
That
that
wouldn't
moment,
kill me either.
it was giving me like the feeling, the scene that like Jonathan was gonna like
Sure.
peace out,
Yeah.
but he did it,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh,
Yeah, because
Okay.
season 4, I
guess
was
we're
like,
keeping you.
man, I really don't like Jonathan this season. Like, he's
no,
just
he was making
getting
so
high.
Well,
mad.
he was having a moment. Yeah, he's having
Yeah.
a moment.
Yeah.
Like, very obviously. Like, just,
The best thing he did in season 4 was that talk with Will.
yeah.
Yeah, at the pizza parlor.
You know what
Yeah.
I was surprised by? And I know that they wouldn't be able to do it because they're all back together now. I would have liked to see Argyle this season. Argyle was great.
Yeah. He's
And I
busy
know-
getting kind of ripped and lean for some role.
Yeah.
I've seen
Oh, I
that.
haven't
But
seen
it would have
that.
been
Yeah,
great.
I don't
And
know.
and then on top of that too, it would have been great for them to maybe plug in Dustin's girlfriend. The
Oh, they
Brainiac.
just, they
Susie.
pushed her out.
Yeah.
They said
Because at
she's
the end,
gone.
Dustin, was like flirting with that girl,
Right.
at the valedictorian thing, and something about a John Hughes movie, whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
doing that reference,
Okay, I
and she
guess
was
we
like,
just-
oh.
Yeah, she gone.
Yeah,
I was like, I wonder how the breakup went. Did
I
they
was
sing
like, we
another
went-
song?
yeah, exactly. I was like, we went from never-ending story to
Right.
just we don't even talk
To
about
her.
her
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was
Oh,
definitely
goodness.
I definitely was wanting. I wanted to know what happened with her.
Yeah.
No, I also
But
wanted
that's okay.
in like the time jump, the 18 months that we did. What
Right.
happened to Vicky and what happened to Murray?
Yeah, Vicky also Robin's girl.
Right.
Just bye.
I'm
Murray,
assuming
bye.
it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Where did she go? Where'd Murray go? Like, what was his ending? Not that many like
Right.
people might
That's
have
true.
necessarily
Honestly,
cared about it, but like,
Yeah.
Pookie, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I could have
haven't-
seen Murray like wrapping up his story like being some like he dropped like a sci-fi book. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I can
Or
see
something
that.
like that in some like worldwide bestseller. But yeah, they were just like, bye Murray.
Bye, Murray. Bye, Vicky.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
we hit budget.
which is they did. No, they probably did. Like, I don't know, because I didn't think about it much before, but now that really bothers me, especially Vicky, because like,
She
well,
was
both of them,
important.
Murray and Vicky, were just pretty prevalent
They were in every
throughout
episode
the
almost.
throughout the season, and especially like Vicky towards the, like was just getting involved in like the world.
Yeah. And now
and then
she's gone.
Yeah.
Like she was with Max at the during when
Mhm.
she was going back into the upside down or whatever, or the water. What do you call the water plane world? Is that the upside down, the black, where the
Oh,
water?
that's
Or like where
like
is
the
that?
I call it, at least in my opinion, like the mindscape.
Okay, the mindscape. Yeah,
That's what I kind of
Oh,
term it
yeah,
as.
yeah,
Like when
yeah,
they
yeah,
go
yeah.
into Eleven's mind and they
Yep.
can,
yes.
Yep.
And like Vicky was there with Max for that, and
Yeah.
we just okay.
Yeah.
You never get to see her like
Maybe
full
it was all too
reaction to
much.
like this all being real.
And I mean, and I do get it a little bit. It's like you can only wrap up so many story arcs, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I figured
guess,
with
but-
these two, like at least a little something, a little glimpse, and it would have been great because this is based in the '80s. If they would have done like an Animal House style, kind of like. And just kind of like my wish list, because I do love just about everything 80s, and that's a big reason I love the show too. And it really is Goonies meets a Stephen King story,
yes,
100%. But it would have been cool if they would have wrapped it up in one of those like where it's like a freeze montage where it's like this person went on to do this and this, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
just
with like
just
the
for
side
kind
characters,
of
that would have been
Yeah,
perfect.
like
yeah,
during the end
yeah,
credits.
just with the side characters.
They could have done that during like the
That's
end
a good
credits,
idea,
how it's
yeah.
like showing that journal at the end,
Yeah.
like all the sketches and everything. They could have done
Yeah.
something like Murray went on to be a
Right.
comedian
Right.
and
I
sell
definitely
books.
want to know what Murray ended up doing.
Vicky couldn't
Yeah.
handle the smoke, so she left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vicky was like, I'm leaving Hawkins.
Yeah.
Vicky said this was.
And Murray was not like a throwaway character. Like this dude went to Russia, fought
Yeah.
Russians, criminal
He saved
conspiracy.
Elle and Hopper like at
Yeah,
the
blew
end
up
there,
the
and
helicopter.
then that was it.
Yeah.
like,
Thank
"Thanks."
you for helping blow up the
He was
upside
like,
down. Later.
Damn, no hug, and then
Literally.
bye Murray character.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
drove
no
the truck
hug.
out of there. Well, not the truck, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
Humvee, I think. it
And
was.
then
One of the military
and then I
vehicles.
will say this too, like I know it's 18 months later, but it's like what the military just disappears.
I know. Like, what happened? Where's Dr. K?
Right.
Like, a little bit of a sum up. And I guess Robin kind of covered it a little bit when she was talking, like, on the radio. But at the same time, she didn't really touch on the military, what happened. All she mentioned is that, like, they're gone. Everything's back to normal. People seem to be happy again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which was good. But at the same time,
they
like,
did.
what happened? Did they get in legal trouble because they stole
Right.
property? On top of that, like, what happened with the kids that they rescued?
Right.
What was the fallout of that? Like, I'm a nosy person. I'm curious. I have questions. I want to know.
Yeah.
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 No, I think they just kind of wrapped it up kind of quickly in that regard, as far
I
as
get
like
it.
because 11 is gone, they're gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which
And that
like,
makes sense.
yeah, I get that was like the whole thing is she needs 11, but like we still need to know like. So there's like, all right,
Yeah.
pack it up.
Were the pregnant women? Wait,
They
the
just
pregnant
roll out.
women. That lab was
Yeah.
still in the upside down. So all those women
Where
are
they
just
at?
gone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
So there's
right.
just a bunch of women now that are missing, and
Done.
people will never know that they're.
Ooh. I
Dead.
mean,
Yeah.
this is just tons of territory for spin-off. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
could just be
That's
doing that.
true.
It's a lot of spin-off territory.
They really could.
like.
How do you guys
Like,
feel about like a
lot.
spin-off? Because I know, didn't they announce like a Stranger
going
Things
to happen.
universe? They're like branching
Yeah.
off and doing a bunch of different shows.
It's
So-
going to happen.
Let me get into
Like-
that. So they have announced an animated series that
I
will
know
be
about
released
that
this
one.
year. That's going to be Tales from '85,
That's between seasons 3 and 4.
2 and
I'm
3.
excited.
2 and
for
3.
Animated.
2 and 3. Then they're going to do a live action spinoff, untitled live action series. The Duffer Brothers are developing a clean slate live action show with an entirely new cast, story, and setting connected by the universe's lore.
It's just in the world of Stranger Things.
Okay.
and
I
then
like
that's
that.
it. And then Hopper mentions in the final episode going to Montauk.
Which is the
So-
original name of the show.
Yes, yeah. So Montauk is where they supposedly
Oh.
did these experiments on like mind control and time
Oh.
travel.
I
and
did
everything
not know
else.
that. I thought he was just like,
Yeah.
we're just
So
gonna
when he
retire.
said that, I actually smiled pretty big, and I was like, "Oh!" And Ashley's like, "What?" I was like, "Shh, we got to finish the episode." And then I explained it to her afterwards. So yeah, the working title was Montauk, and it was supposed to take
Oh,
place
wow.
in
I
Montauk.
have no idea.
So for him to bring that up, I was like, "Oh, cool!" So we could see a Hopper
sure.
Joyce spinoff
They're
going in that
gonna-
direction.
They're gonna milk this thing like
Oh, yeah.
for years.
This is going to be
Like,
this is the next Game of
years.
Thrones,
It is.
It
plain
Just
and simple.
because it's really successful and it
Mm.
it's their baby. Like it's money. It's money.
It's
Money.
what
Money.
Netflix
Money.
This is
is known
Netflix's
for.
biggest show.
Yeah,
This is what they're making
Biggest
known
show.
for.
and
You
they're
think Netflix, you
very
think Stranger Things.
they're very profit driven. So they're gonna. This
Yep.
thing will continue to make a profit for
Yeah.
because of its success. So I think for years they're gonna make content out of
Oh, yeah.
this.
Mhm.
Or probably little breaks in between, but like how they're revamping Harry Potter on HBO right now.
Right.
Don't get me started.
That's a whole other episode. Yeah, let's not because then I'll just start going into it.
I will go into it and never shut up. It makes me.
There will be a time for that episode.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to happen, but it will.
Yeah.
Because
I feel mixed on it.
there's
I
a
don't.
market for it.
I feel like so much of our media now is either rebooting or bringing things back, and they don't let good things die anymore.
This is a topic
that I'm worried.
I frequent a lot.
I worry that if they keep dragging it out and adding things to the universe, even though it's going to come in
just like
2 years, 3 years from now, I don't want them to beat a dead horse.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
And then
circle
take
back
the
to
name.
that
I agree.
every other episode. I go back to I hate reboots.
I hate them so much.
Just because it's the same thing as like when you really love a show, but they let it go on too many seasons, and
There's
it
some
just
shows
gets
they did that with,
bad.
yeah.
There's so many. A lot of my favorite show, Killing Eve, amazing.
I love Killing Eve, but they went on the
Well,
ending.
You,
made me
you just
so
became her new best friend.
We need to stop because I can't get into that without like starting a whole 2-hour episode.
and I completely understand. I will.
But
be
yeah.
there
You
for
also
that,
do
yes.
your own episode on that.
Or,
Oh my
That'd be
gosh!
great.
That
Well, yeah.
show, I have things to say. I have things to say.
I still haven't finished. It's my favorite show, and I still haven't finished it out of spite.
I don't blame you. I finished it, and I was very unhappy at the end.
I
turned
know
it
what
off, and I was
happens.
like, "That's it."
I know
Really?
what happens, and it is so injustice to the show. But anyways,
Yeah.
like a good example is like somebody who understands this concept is Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It's a show called Fleabag. It's amazing.
Yes.
It's 1 season,
Okay.
or no, 2 seasons, right?
2 seasons.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's it, because it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect 2 seasons. It wraps up perfectly. It doesn't need to be drawn
Yeah.
out, even though it had a lot of fans and like a cult following. Like,
And sometimes that's all they got.
she's like, this is how the story ends. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's perfect.
I love when they do that because just let good things be as they
Yeah.
are. Don't ruin them just because you want to see more. If you want to see more, go back and rewatch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep up with the actors. Follow
Exactly.
them. But
So I
don't
have.
drag it out.
I'm excited for the animated spin-off because
Yeah.
that'll be cool. I
They're
love
not
animated
doing the
stuff,
original
so.
actors though for it. They're getting
Oh.
different voice actors.
That's even better.
Yeah.
See, if you make it a little like fresher and newer,
Yeah.
that makes it a little bit better for me. So I'm excited for that, and that'll be like a new story, and it won't be just like a retelling of season 1 animated, but it's like between season 2 and 3. That sounds cool.
Yeah, you'll see what they got up to, which
So-
I'm kind of interested to see what they did.
So far, I mean, I'm excited about the spin-offs, but I will say I'm sure they're gonna beat it to the dead horse at some point, just
I hope
because
they are.
they will. But yeah.
Yeah,
It'll
we're
be-
going to be getting Game of Thrones stuff from HBO forever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they
So-
will never.
and especially
let
if
that go.
Netflix buys them. Goodness gracious! But
That
that's
whole debacle.
a whole another
Yeah.
conversation
Plus
for
all
another
of
day.
that.
Be sure to check out our episode,
Yeah.
by the
We
way.
haven't
Just
even
came out a
started.
few weeks ago on Netflix, looking to buy Warner Brothers as well as Paramount. So in terms of, before we get to the question that you asked earlier, the song, real quick, like what is your favorite season of Stranger Things?
I've been pondering about this because my friend and I went on like an hour-long walk today, and we're talking about the show. And she told me her favorite season, and she asked what mine was, and I was like, you know what? I don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's because so much time
Yeah.
passes in between seasons.
I've got
and I remember everything that happened. I would say my answer before season 5 came out was season 3, but I wouldn't say 3 anymore. This might be a hot take, but I think it might be season 5.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I feel like a lot of people are
That
not
is a hot
saying
take.
that.
Yeah.
Like
That's
my
a hot
sister, my best friend,
Mhm.
this is their least favorite season of the show ever.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yes,
a lot of
they-
people's least favorite.
And I think it's
online.
because some people built up their expectations so high and
Sure.
that they didn't meet them that now they're bringing it as their lowest. But I really liked it. I really liked some of the things. I like how we start at like 100 instead of 0.
You're right.
Like we're already starting right off the bat with like
Yeah,
the crawl.
very 100.
Yeah.
Like Elle's doing training. We're already starting off with some people knowing about things. We're starting off right off
Will
the bat
and the
doing
Upside
stuff.
Down from season
Yes,
1.
That was a great opener.
Yep.
I really like it. It was good. It felt satisfying, whereas the other seasons, there was always something at the end where you weren't fully satisfied every single time because
Sure.
you knew there was more coming.
Right.
And I don't know. I
Yeah.
really liked season 5. I would say that or season 1.
Nice.
One of those
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
if I had to choose.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess season 3 is a lot of fun to me.
Yes.
I love like the whole era of Robin and Steve. This is Chips Ahoy,
Yeah.
right? Or
Oh,
what is
yeah,
it? Not
the
Chips
mall.
Ahoy.
Scoops
The
Tree.
mall, Scoops Ahoy.
Scoops
But yeah, the
Tree.
whole mall era.
The mall is really fun.
That's
the
a
Russians
fun season.
And then this just made me think because she's kind of more prevalent. But I wish there was more Erica in season 5.
Can't spell America without Erica.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness gracious,
She
Grayson.
is so funny.
Yeah.
Every time she's on, she's hilarious. Like
Yeah. We did
she's
not get a lot of Erica this season.
and she's so smart too. Like she could have definitely been a big powerhouse in the group.
Yes.
But I get like there's so many of them already.
Yeah.
Like, but
And they have to wrap up the
I
main
wish there was more
storylines.
Erica or like an Erica spin-off of some
There-
sort.
Oh,
with,
I
like,
would
hope
watch
so.
that.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Erica
so much.
and obviously one or two other characters.
Tina.
Maybe the science
Yeah.
teacher, like they were
Mr.
kind of at
Clark.
the end, and yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, I think season 3 is probably my favorite. It's probably the one I've watched the most.
Same. That's the one I've rewatched.
It's just
a
the most
lot.
fun to me.
Yeah.
It's goofy, silly fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's cool. Like the end is cool. Like with the fight, the giant in the mall,
Mhm.
and
Mind
the
Flayer.
Billy stuff. Is
Mhm.
Billy stuff? Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all the Billy stuff. My favorite scene from season 3 that involved Billy is whenever him and Elle were talking in Hopper's cabin, and she went and found him, and he like the mind flayer speaking through him, and he's like,
Yeah.
"We built all of this
Yeah.
for you," something
Yeah.
like that. I'm probably butchering the line.
Yeah.
Most definitely am.
yeah.
But I love that moment because the music that they use in it, the score of that season is really good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like the score and soundtrack for the entire show has been fantastic. I know I'm partial to the 80s. I love
I love
I love
synth.
the Prince songs on the final episode.
I love a synth score.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
synth score, the score for the show itself, the main titles,
Goes hard every time.
chef kiss.
That's
Like
why,
I
yeah.
rarely ever skip it unless I just
Oh, I
want to
don't
get right
skip
to
it.
it. Yeah, and I know you're not a big 21 Pilots fan, but
love 21 Pilots.
their version of Heathens with the
Yes.
synth score
What they did live
is
that-
awesome.
I was watching
It's
that
good.
today. It's so satisfying.
It's so good,
they
so good.
did
I
so
did
well.
not
with that.
know.
Yeah, you have to check that out.
I will.
It's
I
I think you might find it
fantastic.
satisfying.
I
to
will.
sit
I probably
and
would. They
watch.
use the theme song, or like
Well,
they
yeah,
use.
they use it with
The song
with,
Heathens.
with Heathens.
And they play
Okay.
We'll
clips
play
of the
it.
show like
Yeah.
in the background at the
They
concert.
did it-
Okay,
did
yeah,
at a
yeah,
concert.
yeah. I want to see that. I want to
Yeah,
hear that.
it's dope. I would probably definitely say season 4, just because.
Really, I feel like that's a hot take.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
mean, because to me, it was the most terrifying season
I do agree with that.
of all of
Yes.
them. Like Vecna is a terrifying character. You know, right from the start with episode 1, with
I'm mixing
what
up
was,
season 2 with season 4 in my mind somehow.
Oh yeah,
But,
season 2 was pretty much all Will.
I think that's the hot take one I was thinking. But
My
yes,
my best friend, her favorite season is season 2.
Season 2 is great because, and
like it.
big shout out to Skylar Brown. He was like, and I remember him telling me this after season 2 came out. He goes, I feel that they, like, as directors, they held Will back, you know, in season 1 because he's so phenomenal. Because season 2,
Noah Schnapp in season 2
Whew.
is absolutely
I need to
insane. That was my
rewatch season 2.
Oh,
wanna
I've
rewatch
probably
two
seen
just
it
for
at
Noah.
least.
season 2 is the one you really need to rewatch for season 5.
Absolutely.
Especially the spy.
Well, damn.
When he says you're
Yes.
going to spy for me again.
One last
Like
time.
season 2 has an episode that's called The Spy. It ties season
it's the
2
one
to
I've seen the
me
least, I don't know.
I mean besides season 4 of the other seasons, season 2 ties in the most to this season.
Okay.
I agree,
Yeah.
especially like with Collie and everything, her
Yes.
friends, because they mentioned
Yeah,
their friends
that's
were killed.
definitely the season I've seen the least. Because
Yeah.
I was like excited Collie was back, but I couldn't remember.
Oh yeah, that's right.
happens with her.
It starts off with Callie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how the season starts with
Because I was
her
like,
friends.
because I was like, oh, it's her. Because I
Yeah.
just haven't seen it. I barely remember that season. I probably only saw it when it came out. But
But
yeah, season 4 is.
yeah, it's terrifying.
I love how terrifying it
when
is.
they
the
introduce
best part of
Vecna.
it.
I mean,
Yes.
you know, he's on some like Freddy Krueger stuff.
oh my
Like
gosh,
it
yeah.
was just.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's so. Besides this season, which I do think is great, it's not flawless. I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to have a flawless TV show, especially a flawless final season.
It's really
You
hard.
know,
You
it's
can't
it's
please
hard.
everyone.
You can't. You know, I think the only few shows that have ever done that, really, the one show that I think has ever done it is probably Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
yeah.
But besides that, you know, let's not even get started on Game of Thrones final season. But
I have yet
you
to
know,
watch it, but I am scared to watch the show
Yeah.
just because
I don't watch it.
everyone
yeah,
hates
but
the ending.
you know, of course, there's fan service that has to be done. Season 5 is great, but season 4 with Vecna, and then of course the introduction of Eddie Munson and bringing in like that super like I was I wouldn't say I was Eddie Munson, but I was friends with Eddie Munson.
Sure.
Like, you know, guys like that in real life in like middle school and in high school. And, you know, he was great. His relationship with Dustin, but Vecna and that whole story, and like even the finale of where, you know, where Max disappears or whatever.
Oh my
and
God.
So epic.
Like,
yeah.
it's just
The
like,
stuff with
holy
Max
crap.
was like, for me, the crux of the
That
season,
was
because I
a
was
great-
like, oh, I was like, Sadie Sink is really bringing in like her like Broadway like theater acting 100%. I was like,
She was
if you give
great.
these actors really good material, they will deliver amazing scenes.
Yeah.
Like if you give them the right material, you will have
Ah.
insanity.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I can't name a terrible performance from any of the actors. I think it was very,
Thinking.
very I know you
I'm
are.
thinking back on season
Yeah.
5, like
Yeah, I just think, especially with the main core, I think
Yeah.
they all did great.
Yeah.
oh,
I
I
gosh,
think so
yeah.
too.
They were
And
locked in.
we've seen them grow up.
I'm-
Like you two grew up with the show.
Yeah.
You know, and then we're seeing these kids grow up. And there was a video today, I think I sent it to you, where they're watching like their first interviews with
Yes,
the show.
I've seen that.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's just so cool to see that. And I'm just always one to pull for people. And I never want to see someone
Yeah.
fail. Don't get me wrong. I'll call someone out if it's terrible, but I do
can
think
have an
that their
opinion,
performance,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
do think that their performances are great. And to see them literally grow up before our eyes. And as I mentioned, you know, we had to wait this long because of writer's strike, the pandemic. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. But yeah, I mean, just thank you, Duffer Brothers and Netflix for giving
Absolutely.
us this
Yeah.
tremendous show. So,
I think Dustin definitely was like the standout for me. Gaten Matarazzo.
yeah.
It was something Ozzo. Gaten, he's great. You can tell that he's like.
I would give a shout out also to Millie. I
Mm.
feel like people know
Okay.
she's like the crux of this show in terms of like popularity, like pop culture wise. But her acting this season, her acting's always been good.
Mhm.
But I think the last few episodes, she delivered really good performances, especially in the finale.
Oh yeah.
Her emotion in it, it made me tear up more often than anything, especially like the scene
Really?
with
Yeah.
her and Mike and
Oh.
her saying like goodbye to him. That got me. I was crying. And Finn Wolfhard's like performance in that
Yeah.
at certain moments really had me.
Yeah.
And so I would give a shout out, especially like to Millie, because I feel like most people are like, yeah, she's a great actress. Let's give credit to someone else. But I also want to give her flowers
Yeah.
because she did really good this
Love that.
season.
Yeah.
I love that. And I mean, for them to really take it back because that's how season 1 ended,
Yeah.
you know, when she's saying goodbye to Mike. So this is
I
now
feel
the
so
second
bad
time.
for Mike.
Yeah. Where he's had to like say goodbye to this person, not
Yeah.
knowing what's
I
happening
do feel
to
bad
him.
for Mike.
She's coming around.
No,
She's
it's
coming
just-
around.
I did toward the end. I felt bad, but yeah, I was gonna. My one like Finn Wolfhard doesn't stand out to me, and I don't
That's fair.
know. I don't know.
And that's okay.
I don't
Yeah.
like. I don't have any vendetta against this kid. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. He just
There were,
hasn't
there were,
like.
there were
gotten
people that
me.
did better performances this
He
year.
hasn't. He just hasn't ever grasped me like as a character, or I don't know.
The
Maybe
Duffer
it's the
Brothers
acting.
haven't used
I don't
him
know.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like they really
yeah, I don't-
sideline
maybe
him.
that's
Yeah,
it. There's
I
just
think so.
something that's just like missing. Very
Season
missing
1 was
for me
his
with
season
him.
for sure. And then after
Him in
that,
season 2, the stuff with him and Will
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it showed really how much like they have a much stronger connection in the friend group than anyone else.
Mhm.
And I liked his stuff with that. But season 3, he
Sure,
was
yeah.
Elle's boyfriend. Season 4,
Yeah,
he was
it's
kind of
kinda
along for the
same, like-
ride and kind of
Yeah.
blind to
didn't,
everything
didn't
happening
tell
with
her
Will.
that he loved her until the last
Until Will
battle.
told
yeah.
him to.
Right.
That frustrated me
yeah.
so bad. I was like, you gotta have your friend tell you to tell the girl that you're dating you love her. Come
Right.
on.
Yeah,
Right.
Obviously, Winona Ryder and David Harbour, class acts.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Winona is great every season.
She's everything.
She's one of the most, I think, consistent
Yeah.
actors on the show. I would say her, and another one for me is Lucas.
Oh, I love Lucas.
Caleb, I feel
Yeah.
like they consistently deliver the same level of energy in all of their scenes. I feel like none of them are ever like half done. I feel
Right.
like they're always in. Whereas some scenes, I feel like you can tell not everyone's like at 100, which I completely understand. The hours they work and everything
Sure.
are insane.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
would not be
Yeah.
at 100%. Like I'd probably be in the background, like, oh my god, I want to go home.
yeah. Yes.
But I think those two for me,
Yeah.
those are like consistently good. Like I don't think they've ever had like a bad scene to me when I think about it.
Yeah.
Same, I think with Dustin. He's never to me had a
Never.
bad scene.
that kid is just—he's a good actor.
I hope he gets more
seems
roles.
so
He's so
effortless
good.
for him. He's so
Yes.
good at like. You can tell that he knows his character really well. Like even his response, I don't know, one of my favorite like acting deliveries of the finale was like when they were all like, I believe, and like Justin's like, I believe was just perfect. Or,
Yeah.
sorry, not Justin, Dustin.
Dustin.
I was like,
Yeah.
whenever he said it and he leaned forward and he was like, I believe. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
I was like, you know what? You're kind of
just-
making me believe it too.
yeah.
Everyone else, I was like, I don't need to
Yeah.
hear you guys all say that. I was
Yeah.
like, I just need a Dustin. That's
He's
it.
just got this effortless like air about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I just get it. I get why they cast him. Like they
Yeah.
were probably just immediately like, yep, that's the one.
They're like, there we go.
yeah.
Perfect.
All right, to wrap this one up, if you were to have a song save you from Vecna, what would it be?
Can we have two?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. I
Yeah.
debated it back and forth with my friend. I would say Now or Never from High School Musical 3.
Wow. Okay.
I would say that's one of mine. I told my friend that. And
Okay.
she was like, are you sure?
Oh my god.
I feel like if I gotta run out of like the Upside Down,
Yeah.
I gotta run out of there. That song is getting my blood going. I'm hearing Coach Fulton in the background saying like, "Let's go!" Like I'm
Oh
hearing like the
my
dramatics.
God.
It would get me fired up. I'd be like, you know what? Let's
That's
do this, team.
amazing.
Let's go.
that's
I
an
love it.
amazing
And-
answer.
Yes,
love it.
I gotta find a way to play like clips of these and not have copyright steal. Like,
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh,
find a way.
yes.
I
Yeah.
have to play like
Yeah.
little clips.
We can do it on Insta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
But,
can't do it
yeah,
on
I'd
YouTube.
say Now or Never. And
Okay.
then the other one is this song called Blackout by Ali Wolf. I think for me, that's a song that has a really strong emotional connection that
Yeah.
would emotionally
Okay.
get me out of
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. I
What
like
are some? Does she have any like popular songs that
No,
like
she's
I would
a lesser known artist. She's
Okay.
not super popular.
That's
I hope
that
she,
name sounds familiar.
I
Is
was
why
like, she's
I
got
asked.
great music. Highly recommend her. She's got really good stuff.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. What about you?
Man, so I thought about this long and hard.
I gotta double check my answer.
I'm going to go with two as well. I'm going to go
Okay.
with two.
Okay. Well.
So one is one of my, one of my favorite groups is the Wu-Tang Clan. I can recite the whole entire first album up and down. I did it practically in a taxi
He
cab.
did it in a New York.
In a
Lyft.
New York taxi, or in a New York Lyft
Nice.
recently.
Very recent.
Talent.
I gotta go with Wu-Tang Clan. Ain't nothing to f with, as far as my song to save me from Vecna. Plus, I feel like that would intimidate Vecna too.
A little bit.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
can
Where
see that.
I
Vecna
think
would not know what to do with
I
that.
think he'd be like, "Ooh,
like-
I picked the wrong dude." You know?
Yeah.
He'd be like, "What is this?"
This is not what's his like dream a little dream of me.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
yeah.
Oh my
this
gosh.
is not Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
I'm just
no.
like picturing him now reacting to like Now or Never from High School Musical and being like, "This girl is so unserious.
He just turns around. Just
like,
walks
it's
away,
not even
like,
worth it. Just let her
You
out."
know what? Go through the portal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
deserve it. Get
go
out.
Go on. You're too hardcore for me over
Mm-hmm.
here. And then I gotta say, this was a song in my wedding. I am a gigantic Frank Sinatra fan, so I'd probably go with "Fly Me to the Moon."
Oh,
as
that's a
far
beautiful
as
song.
like a
Okay,
throwback.
that'd be a really good one, like a
Yeah.
serious one.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Oh,
Very-
what,
that would be
Wu-Tang
very
Clan ain't
cinematic.
serious?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Ooh, that would
would
be
be very
cinematic.
cinematic,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a slowed down version.
Ooh, yeah.
See, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah,
Well,
so
thanks.
those would be my two. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like you each had like kind of like a funny one and then like a serious. I only thought of a serious one.
That's fair. That's all
There's
right.
an infinite amount of funny ones, but the serious one I've had in mind is
This definitely, by the way, has to be the clip.
yeah.
A clip. Yeah.
is my serious one is definitely Supercut by Lord.
I love that song.
I just saw Lord in New York, and she's my favorite. Like, she's like my core. Like, I don't have like strong religious beliefs, but my closest like religion is like her.
Like, I've been there.
Like
Yeah.
that, not and like it's just ironic that she goes by Lord, but
Yeah.
like I'm so serious. Like her music, and she just speaks to me in a way like nothing else does.
Yeah.
And so it's just natural, like, and she, well, as soon as she started to play Supercut in New York, like, I just started bawling. And, like, I'm not a big crier. And so, like, but it just uncontrollably came out of me. Just, like,
That
like,
song, that's very valid. I love that song by her.
and I feel like
yeah.
that would be a cinematic one as well. Just the way it starts. I'm going to play, like, the beginning of it, but, like, the in my head. Just
Yes, the end of it when it fades
folds.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yes. I'm going to have to edit this.
Yes,
I'm going to edit
Yeah.
this.
absolutely.
For just scientific reasons. But that is 100% my serious one. I'll have to think. There's so many funny ones. It could be, oh my God. But I'll think about it for a second. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about.
It doesn't have to be funny. It could just be
Well, I
another
want a
one.
funny one now. I mean, just anything like ASAP Ferg would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Ooh, new level.
That would be just kind of a badass.
That
one.
would be like if I'm
Yeah.
Vecna, I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah,
No, I'd
I'm
be
on a
like-
new level. I'm on a new level.
yes, that would just be cool, I guess. But yeah, Super Cut by Lord.
And plus that intro too.
That's what I'm saying.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I might take mine back. I might do that one instead of Wu-Tang Clan and Done
that'd
But I don't
be-
know all the words.
I'll
to
have
that
to
one, though.
edit all these and just release it as a clip and
Yes.
have people vote on like
Yeah.
What's
which
the
is
best?
the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Bad Bunny
know
would
what?
be great.
I think you should do All Right by Kendrick Lamar.
That would
Oh,
just
that's
be
a
a
good
great. That's a
song.
cinematic one to
Yeah.
me. The beginning
Yeah.
of that
We
song.
gonna be all right.
All my life I had to fight. Like
Yeah.
that's just cinematic. That's not even
That's a
funny.
very
That's just
cinematic
like
song.
that's just perfect.
I love
Actually,
Kendrick.
honestly, something off the Brat album would be awesome.
Oh, something off the Brat album.
365. That's the one.
I say Charlie XCX.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Yep.
365 Party Girl.
Mine would probably be
365.
what?
365.
You're not gonna
Confusing.
go
Yes,
with.
that would be good.
That
You're not
I'd
gonna
be
go
like,
with
what the
Golden
heck?
by K-pop or by K-pop Demon Hunters.
I love K-pop.
That'd be like
Demon
memes
Hunters.
or something. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like if you were to play
Yeah.
something from K-pop, I feel like what is it? The first song. Oh my god, How It's Done.
Oh,
The
yeah.
beginning when they started like slaying the demons.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite one.
I feel like Vecna's would be like your idol because that's something he would. I feel like that's very like,
Vecna.
All right, party goers. Well, we hope you enjoyed the episode. 2026 is officially here. So glad
Oh,
to have
yeah.
Grayson on board again. Oh,
Thank you for having me.
Do we want to do like a bonus, like one big New Year's resolution you have? Or it doesn't have to be big, but like
let's
something
do
you
it.
want to do
Well, let's
this
do it
year.
on the next episode. Just
Oh.
because I know this one's already like at least an hour,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have to
I'm just
trim it
making
down.
my job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's such a great
Trim it
episode.
down to 28 minutes.
Yeah,
That's all right.
we'll just have to, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
So, as always, big thank you to our sponsors, Zibster, ZIBSTER.com, for our phenomenal website. Of course, Cut the Music Prints for all your apparel needs. Be sure to check out our event pages, popculturepodcast.com/events for all of our trivia and game nights, as well as on Facebook. You can find us at Greensboro Game Nights and Events. Sailfish Comics with 3 locations in North Carolina, Concord, Winston-Salem, and Greensboro. Fox 8, of course, for our 28-minute episodes, and you will get the full episode right here on our YouTube page. So Fox 8, WGHP YouTube for the 28-minute episodes, Zero Dark Nerdy YouTube for the full episodes. And Grayson, why don't you tell them about like how to find you for some graphic design stuff?
Yeah, so my graphic design username on Instagram is going to be grayspace.studio.
And that's
Gray.
GRAY.
I was going to
Yes,
say.
GRAY.
AY.
Perfect. Be sure to check her out.
Yeah,
She's done some amazing
definitely.
logo for us.
Thank you.
And
Our Fox
so,
8 logo that you see
Yeah.
Yeah. The Fox
in the
8
background
logo.
of our interview with Fox 8. That's
Yeah.
her.
That's it.
And then the one in the intros to all of our YouTube videos on the Zero Dark Nerdy channel are also her.
Perfect. So on behalf of everybody here at Zero Dark Nerdy, this is your boy El Nino, and we'll see you next time. Love you. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.